insisted that to the fabricators to provide rectifier units only to reduce that KVA capacity. For in that also we had reduced the KVA maximum.
Right now, actually you are not understanding what his point is. His point is in KTIO we have 150.
Sir.
Will 150 not meet our requirement of DCS also?
No, sir. From downside, we can't take it to.
When we explored about this KTI, what it has come from Sandur, this one, power was not fully, means to run for the continuous process. It was not giving a.
It was erratic supply.
Yeah.
On and off was there.
What we have drawn is from the 24 hours Nirantar Vidyut where the power cut will be less.
That's what your NMDC.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. From NMDC, if you can extend this towards KTI, due to forest land,
the due course will be
if you
extended.
can and surrender what you avoid 150 kVA, if you can surrender this and retain the temporary connection, make the temporary connection
Yeah,
permanent
that will be
and
making.
surrender this.
That will be making once we commission. Now we have taken only 99 kVA as the power demand for doing fabrication.
Sir, in the future, after completion of
Future,
DCS,
we
how
will
much
get
power is
extra.
required?
What
How
I say,
much
sir.
power is required for DCS?
The motor 160 kVA is there. So plus 100 kVA, 260 kVA ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಇದ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ
ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಿ.
We will do that, sir.
ಇದ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಸರ್,
That's what his point is. Because you have a more reliable supply coming from that side,
Yes, sir.
why should you continue with unreliable source this side?
Yes, sir.
As well you can continue the reliable source up to this point here.
That can be extended.
Sir, that's what, that is what his suggestion is.
And coming to the DCS part, like you said, 160 kVA is the motor.
Yes, sir.
They too have 160 kVA, but you are not there. I'm talking about Basin Care iron ore mines where DCS is already in operation.
No, ours is also regenerative.
But I was not sure of motor rating.
Achha.
Just now he said 160, so I said it is more or less the same.
Okay.
They have a grizzly on the top, which feeds the container, and then further down.
Same principle.
Same principle, it will all be the same. So there, what we have seen, sir, 160 kVA generator is basically, I mean the motor, is a power generator. It generates power when it is in operation, provided there is a grid supply. It's quite contrasting. There is grid supply and again it is generating power. So that means it is, power is being used only to keep it, apply the brake.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise the conveyor belt draws the motor. Now in case the motor fails, I mean the grid supply fails, motor will start slipping. To avoid the slippage, you have to keep one generator which is 24/7 all the time wherever you are running the plant. So for that, your requirement is 160 kVA and all other motors like you said 100 kVA.
Yeah,
So is 260 kVA.
Yeah.
So for 260 kVA, your sizing of 750 or at the bottom and 500 at the top.
So why is that is because at the bottom we have not yet finalized the stocking system. For that we have taken that capacity and the losses from bottom to the top also we have factored out and this setup we have done. And once we
That's right, because see, 260 kVA is your actual demand.
yeah.
Even if you look for further conveyor, for conveying the ore
Yes, sir.
from the point of discharge of the DCS to the point of loading,
Yeah.
I don't think it will be so much.
Primary and secondary plant also we are thinking.
We have taken
The primary what, sir?
Crushing and crushing
Means even if you take crushing and this thing, our demand will not be more than 150.
That's
130, because one of your own conveyor, I mean, crusher is there.
Yeah, mobile pieces.
Hello sir, mobile ಒಂದು ನಾವು SBI in the left side ಹೋಗ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ.
One KVA.
KVA. You have got 1000 kVA generator there.
Okay.
And the power actually drawn is not the, around 115 kV.
That's good.
Yes. So even if you have a crusher in it, your power requirement will not be high. True sir, there is, I'll tell you, probably you might ask me why it is so. See, when a crusher is designed, it is designed for handling the occasional bulks that come in. And that is for a short span, and basically for the job
During starting.
only at the point of entry.
Yes, sir.
And which is basically mostly it will be a slipping motor. So those slipping motors are designed to handle that kind of additional load.
Yes, sir.
Even if it is 2 to 3 times, it will crush and then give out.
Yes, sir.
Right.
But during planning stage we have taken extra.
I mean, that's what even during planning stage, if you can, because we already have a tested platform which is working. So we don't have to give additional allowance. Because once you give additional allowance, you have a 750 kV transformer at the bottom, 500 kV at the bottom. Now even if you assume that your efficiency of the transformer is 99.5%, half a percent of this 1000 kVA is around 20 minutes. Right, sir? 20 into 24 hours, 365 days. Because you cannot switch off the transformer. So that much of electrical power you are unnecessarily paying. It's a drain. So if you size your transformer, say if you can move that 500 kVA down and lay the cable further up, it suddenly makes sense. You see, this is basically more important with respect to your assessment.
They are placed at 2 kilometers apart.
It doesn't matter, but 2 kilometers is not a big distance.
Now, if we have to give power to the top, it will be another 2 kilometers.
It's okay, because up to that point, you are getting 11 kilovolts.
Yeah,
11 kV. So from that point, uphill it's 2 kilometers.
To office.
from
one
that
by
point uphill, where the.
And what is the load, sir? How much is the load?
What-
At a point where you are installed 500 kVA, what is the load?
That's what 160 will be the drive motor, then the light.
That is the downhill conveyor.
Yeah, downhill.
Then what is that 750 kVA at the bottom?
750 kV at the bottom is the power what we are drawing. Now there will be one stocking arrangement.
And just for moving the load from the end point of the downhill conveyor to the point of loading.
Yeah.
Wherever you want. If you want to have a hopper and then unload it into a truck,
Yeah, that is
that is
the
one.
mid point.
Or if you are unloading in the railway coach,
Yeah.
that is another one.
No, railway coach is ruled out because the private area. they
Just
did not-
saying possibilities.
That is within an area of 500 meters.
But then you will, the conveyors will not take so much of power. So what I was saying was, instead of operating through transformers,
Okay.
you can, that means you are going to avail 750 kV at the bottom and 500 kV at the top.
So since we had to obtain from the revenue and in others' name, power has to be obtained, so we have placed it at the bottom of the head end. Then from there we have drawn to the tailors where the drive motor.
To meet the legal obligations,
Yeah.
in place of 750, you can place 500.
That are
From there you can take it back. You can avoid one transformer online. No, the reason why I am saying, once we optimize the load here, from 850 down to what we were planning to have around 700,
Okay.
this one. Now 500, if you move it down, that 750 can come to Devagiri and meet the entire realigned, basically point is to avoid duplication of assets. Because mostly, it's not only here, almost everywhere, you need it, you buy it. We never give a look as to whether the similar compound asset is available on site. That's why I have been suggesting, apart from 50,001, basically energy management systems, all these parameters will come in: water conservation, consumption, diesel consumption, electrical power consumption. In addition to 50,001, we are suggesting prepare yourself for 55,001 audit as well. 55,001 talks only about assets. What are assets you have?
Sir, as per because this one, 700 kVA is
50,000.
both we can operate, DCS as well, my.
You are telling very things only here, but. Get attention.
But what about cabling?
The cable, so that's what I see in the present scenario, you are spending 1.5 crore every year. If we can realign the entire structure, and you are paying 1.5 crore plus you are attending to 38 energy meters.
See, since the distances are about
And that we can see, that technical aspects.
cabling and instrumentation. That will be-
That's what, see, once if the in principle approval is given, the other things can be followed. And certainly, when you are going to save somewhere around 1 crore, out of 1.5 crore, if you can save even 1 crore, that would not be the cost of your investment. And another part is, I was just discussing, if we can, instead of relying on Sundur, if the supply from NMDC can be taken, in place of 11 kilovolt, you can take 33 kilovolt. If you take 33 kV line, then there will not be any tapping for you unless a similar entity like yours comes in. And that possibility is very rare. Either it has to be NMDC extending their loading capacity or you have to extend. But in any case, if NMDC has already availed 7.5 megawatt, then that condition may not apply. They will have grid supply, KV, just now you have to clear a separate cable. But if NMDC has not availed 7.5 megawatt, if suppose if they have availed only around 4 or 5 megawatt, you still have 2 megawatt to tap for. Your requirement is not even 1 megawatt. So we can take the 33 kV line to your point and feed the entire JV network with 33 kV. In which case your entire electrical energy requirement would be reliable and you can as well export. That added advantage will come. But only thing is, even for them or even for me to sit and work, we will need management approval. Okay, we will, in principle, it need not be sanctioned. If you can say, okay, we will give a thought to this, then some working can be done. And cost of relaying the cable inside, because even here you have so many water pumping stations located at various sites. We need to cater to them. We need to cater to these two as well. So this, we can draw a line and then see what is that we can do and what would be the total cost. Basically, point is, if we can avoid more number of contact points, switching points, 2 to 3% of your energy bill is avoided. Simply, every contact point will call for at least around 0.1% of energy loss. Now, in your case, there are 38 meters. Of course, all 38 may not be catering to this, but even those 20 meters that you have.
No, at least major consuming.
Major. One is just these few, like I have highlighted, these three. 2 plus 3 plus 1. 6 can be covered into 1. And here these are all water points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 6 water points. These are all to be avoided. I think there is no power being drawn from these two. They are idle.
So only village water pump.
Yeah, they are ready, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, there is no consumption, zero energy consumption is there, but you are paying. That's okay. It's a policy of the management to retain, that's fine. But then all others can be clubbed. Wherever, see, which are commercial in nature. You can club and have only one meter for SBRD and 1 meter for JV. SBRD can continue with 11 kilowatt. But JV, if you can convert that into 30 kV, it will be more reliable and everything should be off. And realigning your existing assets. 750 because you have already got 300, you have got 250 kV transformer, you have 200 kV transformer.
Are we selling power in the plant?
No.
Other day you were asking, whether we are selling power from the plant.
So if your steel plant is having a cogeneration system.
No, it's not a steel plant yet. Our power generation plant is, after power usage, everything
We are
excess.
still short, we are buying power from outside.
No, when we go for third, this one,
Power purchase.
Power
trading.
3-4 months back.
Sorry?
3-4 months back, when we visited, they were selling
They are selling
Tata Powers.
Yes, sir, see, in fact, ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, I'll just tell you, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, even if you have to purchase, basically it is a power trading. You power trading ಖರೀದಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, it will cost you somewhere around 3 rupees 40 paise or so, as and when you bid. Because daily you have to bid the number of units, purchase them, accordingly it will be bid. Against 7 rupees 50 or 40 paise or whatever the grid is carrying, discount. 4 rupees will be your saving if you are taking from there. But point ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, for all these 38 connections, DESCOM will not entertain it because your roads are very small. That's why what I suggested was if you can go for this 850, all that can come and then you can probably bid for online trading. Only you will see if your steel plant is generating more power, instead of giving it to third party, you can directly purchase from grid power, from your steel plant.
When we
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, when we go for next business, that time we will be running short. That's what the thought was. Huh?
Not running short. Today we are running short.
Oh, is it for two?
Yeah.
So that time that thing was under maintenance.
That might be it.
Hmm.
It is 9 is
Right now, MSP is doing it. They are purchasing almost around 80 to 70% of their energy demand from open market, purchasing at 3 rupee, 30 paise, 40 paise, 50 paise, depending on the bidding. And that bidding comes from any source. It can come from either Uttarakhand or Himachal Pradesh or Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, wherever it is. Only the person who is holding those stocks is as good as the share market.
ಸರ್ ಈಗ KTI 150 ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು 100ಗೆ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಇದು ಓಕೆ
You can even reduce it to 60,
60
provided he agrees to balance the load.
ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ
I remember that.
Yeah.
Because in 100 only, you can go for 60. Or even balance for B1, B2, B3 banded, their maximum would be 39. Huh? Taking the past history.
It can save some 25,000 per month by reducing it to 100.
Okay, so please share this particular thing so that we can be able to work on it.
Yeah, I'll share this also, I'll share other details, photos,
Okay.
all the details we share.
Please share this.
Okay, ಇದೆಯಾ ಯಾರಿದು? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಗೆದು?
electrical.